Good morning, everybody. Matt DeRizio from Finnish Firearms and History, author of Finnish Mosin 3-line rifle to Ukko-Pekka. And today we're going to just have a quick lesson on telling you what KLP stands for. If you have an M9124 Finnish Mosin that has KLP on it, it stands for Kymenlaakso Piiri, or for the Kymen River Valley District of Southern Finland. And this Civil Guard district was different than the other Civil Guard districts in that they used a 3-letter abbreviation, and they did all the assembly and the serial marking on their M9124s themselves. Now, what's an M9124? It's just basically an M91. Now, this one is a bowler stall, so it's got a thicker, heavier barrel that's got a step towards the front of it. We can take a look at that right up here. So all bowler stall M9124s have stepped barrels. Some of the SIGs will have what we call a straight barrel, where there is no step here. And the stepped barrel is only there so you can still put a M91 lock ring bayonet on the end of the barrel. One of the easiest ways to tell a difference between a bowler stall barrel and a SIG barrel, though, is just the placement of the Suojeluskuntoon shield, or the Civil Guard shield. So on a bowler stall, that shield is going to be pretty much centered in the middle of the barrel chamber, whereas if we had a SIG barrel, it would be closer to the rear sight, about 2/3 of the way up the barrel. Another desirable feature to look for when you look at an M9124 is whether or not the Civil Guard number is intact. The Finnish Army liked to cross off these numbers when they took possession of the Civil Guard rifles, which happened at the end of World War II. The Treaty of Moscow forced the Civil Guard to cease to exist, and all their equipment and weaponry was handed over to the Finnish Army. And we can see that it is Suomen Armeija marked right here, so that's the Finnish Army marked. But besides that, they didn't add a whole lot of detail to it. The demarking is absent from the barrel, and with the acceptance of the rifle and the SA stamp on it, there's really nothing else they did to it. So overall, this is just a gorgeous example of a KLP mark. Another interesting thing about this rifle is the lack of metric on the right side of the rear sight base. The Civil Guard would typically have renumbered these rifles, and the Arshin, which was on the opposite side right here, would be taken off, or it would be crossed out and you would have metric here. For whatever reason, this rifle never seems to have received the metric. So once again, Kymenlaakso Piiri, or the Kemijoki River Valley District, is what the KLP stands for. And if you ever find a nice M9124 with this marking on it, it's probably worth picking up, because from my experience, fewer than about 5% M9124s have this marking on them. Even fewer of them are in original condition. So happy hunting, everybody. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will see all of you in another video.